today we're going to be working on a SRM 2620. We got this from a customer and they need it cleaned up. They need us to get it up and running again. It obviously has a carburetor issue. We're going to clean up everything. We're going to check the spark resistor, and we're going to make sure that this unit is functional by the time we give it back to the customer. Stay with us now and see how to fix this unit. Action.
Hey, this is Budgie Small Engine Repair. The first thing we're going to do on this machine is we're going to check, see how the spark's doing. We'll get in there and we'll test it and see if we got any spark on this thing. If I can open this thing. Okay, this is the spark tester that we use right here. This goes in to the machines, snaps in. This goes in the spark plug. Okay, the way we do it,
Spark?
yeah.
All right.
Okay, so we got spark. So it looks like we may have a carburetor issue on this. I don't know if you guys could see the spark on that, but it was there. So I'm going to take apart the carburetor and see what we got going here. A lot of times these carburetors get dirty just sitting. Gas gets nasty in there and it messes everything up. Or the dust from cutting. Alright, here we go.
Let me take a look at this real quick. So, 2 standard screws, not too much. Put that in there.
Yeah, it's fine. Open this up. You always open this up. That way, if there's any pressure built in here, when you pull the line out, it doesn't squirt all over yourself. I like to twist the line back and forth to loosen it. You never know how long these things have been sitting in.
Just so you know, at home, one of the best things you could do is put a steady cam down, record everything you do so you know where every single nut and bolt goes. It's one of the things that we do. You might not notice, but we run into an issue, we go back to the footage.
Well, as I'm sitting here right now, I can smell the nasty gas. Bad gas gives off a very different odor, and it's very stinky. On this model, you got 3 screws. Alright. Take the cylinder out. Okay.
Look in there.
Yeah.
How does it look to you?
Looks like it needs cleaned.
Yeah, look at that.
Alright, let me get these screws out of here.
Right there, yeah.
Alright, we can put this thing aside for now. We're gonna dig into here. Take this off. Okay, first part is I'm gonna go inside the carburetor. Primer ball looks good.
see the diaphragm yet?
Diaphragm's down in there. You have a little one here.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
It's so technical.
Okay. Everything looks okay, but what I'm probably going to do is just spray her down real good with some carb cleaner. Okay, now we're...
And these are all the same basic screws that go into this unit, right?
Yeah, it's just different sizes. Some are longer, some are shorter.
Hey, is the thing wet? $60 for the crate. How's that sound? Sorry, I didn't know this.
All right.
Wow.
Okay, diaphragm
That
doesn't look
looks
bad.
nice.
When you check a diaphragm, you want the spring back, okay, like that.
And you
if
hear that noise
If you
too.
look over here, this is where your screen is, fuel screen.
A little bit of junk in there.
Watch.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That is cool.
It's like a heartbeat, you know. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so I'm still gonna take this off and see what we got in there. Very gently. That's a nice one. Usually they're real bad. Okay, here's where your fuel goes in, right here. Okay, that diaphragm holds that down, and when this area gets filled up, the diaphragm comes up, which releases the spring and pushes this down into the hole.
You want to take that apart today too?
Yes.
All right.
Now, when taking this apart, it's very important that you hold on to it because it will take off on you. You can't see it. Much better. Screwdriver. You got a smaller screwdriver? That should be good. Okay. So when I'm doing this, I take it about like that, not all the way out. Then I release very slowly. If you could see that you got your spring right here.
Beautiful.
Okay. So you want that spring takes off. Okay, I have to loosen a little bit more. This little guy don't want to come out now.
Just get the whole screw out.
Alright, here we go. It's doing it again. Okay, here's your spring anyway.
Nice.
Okay, that's...
Do not lose the spring, or you're done.
You just gotta go buy a new one, that's all.
Yeah, right. Whole new carburetor, yeah.
Whole new spring. Alright, this is the other parts.
Wow. Beautiful. Look how clean that one kind of looks, but we're going to need to get that tool in there.
See the screen here, usually there's a lot of stuff in there, but this screen looks pretty good. So
Yeah, it does look good right now.
I'm gonna mess with that.
Are you recording?
Yes.
You want to cut for right now?
No, I'm gonna take this apart. Look under here, make sure everything's good. Just wash this off a little bit.
And he's just using standard carb cleaner. That's all he's using. Obviously he's using tools, but at the end of the day, the only thing we've needed so far is carb cleaner.
This back. Okay, right now we're just going to put everything back together and see how we did. Was a little bit of gunk in there, but nothing totally serious. I guess enough to make it run bad.
All right, we're gonna be right back and take a 10-second break.
All right, now I'm gonna put back the spring and reinsert this. Okay, in order to do it, you gotta put your everything together at once and hold the spring. Okay, once you get it lined up, the spring is under my finger. Just slide this over so it meets inside that hole. While holding it down, you need to tighten that screw again.
Should it be firm or should it be a little?
Well, about like that. Just nice and little snug, not super. Okay, so it's good movement.
Beautiful.
Good movement. All right. So now we're going to put the diaphragm back on. Now there's several kinds of diaphragms. This one here has a long tongue. Okay, there's some that are real short, some that are in different shapes and everything, depending on what your unit has. All right. Hold on.
You want me to pause? Action.
All right, reinstalling the diaphragm, then putting the cover on it. Screw it to it. Found a little cook there.
What's your secret to making sure you don't tighten that too tight and it gets screwed in properly?
Just take your time. Just make it a little snug, that's all. All we gotta do is make sure it seals. Pause. Okay, so you got these two little pulls sticking out here and here. Okay, you line them up with this here and here. Okay, sometimes you gotta move it around to find the right hole. Once you get it in there, it won't move around, it stays put. Then you come over, your primer ball, put that on. Make sure your protectors are protecting your intake and out. Then with the long screws, you want to put them in because it has to go all the way down through this
Into there.
back into the carburetor.
Nice.
All right, I'm going to use this little screwdriver just to put these in. I don't tighten them all the way up until I get everything somewhat snug, and then I go back and tighten them. I always go across from myself. Oh, shit.
Beautiful.
Okay, now I can tighten. snug everything up. Alright, I'll give you a little test.
I hear the noise.
That's a good sign when you're doing this, if you hear that noise. Okay, now we're gonna reinstall this.
Can you come around? You want to explain it?
Let's see. Slide this in place. Making sure I get it the right way.
I think it's the other way, Frank.
I do too. All right. There we go.
Yeah. Could get a good angle at this.
Okay, then with the small screws, just screw it back together. Like with the other, I don't tighten them all the way up until I'm done putting them all in there. We get a nice seat in there. All right, so there we go there.
Nice.
Everything looks pretty good. Come over here, we'll check these lines out.
They look doable.
I think I'm gonna, yeah, we could probably keep using them. Okay.
Now, if you want to know how to replace lines, we have many videos on replacing lines.
That.
Even how to replace a gas filter.
Gaskets. Goes like that. Remember which line goes to what. And this one is pretty easy because they're colored. Alright. So now I can put on alright. Reinstall this. Okay, when you get to this point, don't forget, drain your gas. Whatever gas was in there was smelling pretty nasty when we were taking this apart. So we're gonna drain it right into this container. Here's your fuel.
How's that filter?
Yes, your filter looks good. This is your fuel filter right here. Looks nice and clean. We're gonna throw that back in there.
And again, we have many videos showing how to replace a fuel filter.
Grab me that gas right there in the red can, please. Thanks. Okay, give your fuel a little swivel there.
What kind of gas you putting in here?
This is 2-cycle. All right, get your gas cap back on.
Tight.
Get this out of the way.
You gonna get it to run?
Hoping.
All right, we'll be right back. We're gonna do some tuning and then we'll be right back with you.
All right, after tightening the cap, I already primed it. I gave it 4 pushes on the button. Everything worked good. See the gas coming through the clear line or the yellow line. So now we're gonna give this a try and see if we can't get this little guy to run. I reinstalled the plug. Okay, I put up the choke, made sure it's on, and we'll give it a try. Alright, there still looks like we have an issue here, so we're gonna have to go to the next step. I'll be right back.
Action.
Okay, we're having a problem getting this started. So I'm gonna check the spark plug. Pull that off. Get in here. Okay. These are all the things that can go wrong with these machines. There's a lot
look at that.
a lot of carbon on there. That could be the problem right there. Now, I was told one time that if you take a cigarette lighter and burn off that carbon and then put a little sandpaper just to smooth it out, it would bring it almost back to new.
Back to new.
Yeah, baby.
They make references to saying we were in the wrong. They got certain feelings for when we were. They specifically refer.
Alright, so I'm cleaning this up a little bit. Some fine sandpaper. Try to get it in there and get it all clean. Alright, I'm going to put this all back together. I'll be back with you in a minute.
So we used some sandpaper on the spark plug and a little bit of
Starting fluid.
starting fluid and just tiny littlest bit of using a lighter.
Okay, we're going to try this, and if this doesn't work, we're going to go into the muffler where the spark resistor is.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you have problems with your machines when the spark resistor is full of oil, gunk, and really, really messed up.
Yeah.
All right, let me give this another try here. This is actually good that this is happening, because if this happens at home, you know, you can't have one that runs every time.
Beautiful. Have a good one, everybody.